first episode, you know what it is, KG Money Green. We gotta chase some milk.
Yes, sir.
This
Juice me right.
What's going on?
We got Rockstar OZ.
Your favorite on the show, boy. You already know who it is, boy.
Nigga, I'm the favorite, but okay.
I'm gonna take that title.
Keep it rolling.
I'm gonna take the title.
Keep it rolling.
And one thing is, you know, like, we wouldn't even be making this show right now if it wasn't for technology, you know. So
Take the
Real.
spectacles off, man.
Today's the future episode, so, you know, we got different platforms. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, but we always drop our videos on YouTube. So the first question is, like,
The tube.
Let's talk about the impact of YouTube influencers. How do you feel about that on the world today? How they making bank? How they making games? How you can drop music videos? How they taking and competing with cable? I know I kept asking a lot of stuff, but how do you?
But no, that's real.
YouTube?
That's real.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna take this one.
Cable really becoming non-existent. Take it from this guy. He don't even got cable.
I'm living good.
he don't even mind it.
Do you think cable's gonna go obsolete though?
Yes.
And why is that?
It already
Because
did.
streaming services have made us impatient. Like when you're watching cable, you gotta. I mean, well, even with streaming service, sometimes you gotta wait a week for the next episode. But once the season's there. Like, wait, cable, you know, you gotta wait. Oh, dang, next episode, next week. Cable, you can watch Netflix streaming service, you can watch the whole season in a day.
Look, bro, and the commercials. Well, Netflix the only one that don't got commercials.
Yeah, Hulu got, but you can pay to get the commercials off.
You can?
Yeah, you can pay to get the commercials off.
Look, bro, I'm not paying another $6. I got too many subscriptions already.
Yeah, if you pay for it, you ain't got no commercials no more.
Look, all I can say about that is, like, I ain't gonna lie, all these subscriptions piled up is like me paying for cable.
What I'm thinking about
But
what it is now, I feel like they're tricking people. Like, y'all ever notice the streaming services are starting to help each other? Like Hulu, now you can get a package with Disney Plus.
oh, that's what I got.
And it's like all of that. It's kind of like you just said, it is fucking cable. So why
But
is it competing with cable so much?
I mean, the competition side, like cable's, you know, when it comes to like TV shows and stuff like that, cable always kind of had, I wouldn't say a monopoly, but definitely like
to a certain extent.
Well,
definitely like a strain or a grip on just the entire like media on television. So like it's nice to see that other platforms came out and like kind of at least modernize it a little bit, because like if it wasn't for streaming platforms, like we would still be, you know, waiting for your favorite show on every Friday instead of just watching the whole season.
We know cable comes in.
So what I'll say to that though, with streaming platforms, why it's becoming a more direct competition to cable, streaming platforms are beginning to owning their own content.
Great point.
There's a lot of things that you can watch on Netflix, but you can't get that anywhere else on cable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So by like even like HBO, they're starting to own that. Like it can only be released by HBO, so you have to get their subscription or their streaming service to see it.
You know, cable's partnering with a lot of streaming services now. Like if you get Xfinity, you get Disney Plus, you get Netflix.
Yeah, they got to, because they're gonna lose customers either way. Because like Dakari said, it's already cable availability. Because what was on cable? Disney Plus.
But back to YouTube. Let's get back to that question.
Before we go back to YouTube, I was gonna ask. So do y'all prefer binge watching over waiting for an episode every week?
I'm gonna be honest. Yes.
So don't you think like once you binge watch, you're just like, damn. Like,
Yeah, I know. It does kind of like, it's fulfilling when you watch it, and then it sucks when you're done.
See, but like the thing with binge watching, you have to be smart about that and like how you use your time.
Yeah, true.
So for me, I don't watch TV because I'm always like either in a meeting or I'm doing research or I'm reading up on articles, and you know that take all day, to be honest. So I can binge watch a show, get it over with, and then with the time that I have now, get back to my regular scheduled program. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, binge watching kind of take over for me, man. I watch in the shower, while I'm eating, on the way to a event.
You watch in the shower? Really? Your phone waterproof?
I mean, all of them.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. I literally like if I'm in the shower, bro, for real, I'll put the phone.
You watch in the shower, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, like it do be days was like I was in the shower one time watching like YouTube videos, watching podcasts. Oh God, like when you just be busy, you doing stuff, you know, you trying to watch your favorite podcast, a little YouTube show, just throw it right there on the little thing, keep the audio going. Like I mean, they waterproof now, like
that is true. That was my only question. I'm like, you just go on your phone in there, just risking it all, like. I be forgetting to jump waterproof.
Yeah, like, bro, look, whenever I drop something on my phone, like, people be looking at me crazy. I just wash it under the seat. They be like, bro, you know, I'm like, bro, these waterproof now. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck it.
The future.
Alright, so back to YouTube. You know the highest paid YouTuber last year was a 9-year-old by the name of Ryan.
His parents were the highest paid YouTubers. Ain't no way that little kid getting, like, his parents got that money.
He got paid, no, I am going to talk about this. He got paid $30 million, but I remember I was watching Friends, and you know, like, I be going to sleep with the TV on. I woke up the next morning, this man's show was on, like, Nickelodeon.
Oh, really?
He had his parents as the guests on the show while he was the main host. I've never felt like this nigga looks like he pays all.
He's a boss.
Bro, we not doing
He's a
enough.
boss.
We not doing enough. It's a whole 9-year-old making 30 million.
Bro.
A video.
He made $30 million last year. Yeah.
Oh, we gotta step our game up, guys.
we need extra buckets, but.
Opening toys.
Yikes.
He's only 9 years old, and he got his own toy merch, man. So how y'all feel about that impact of YouTube influencers? Not just him, but like in general.
I think it's like quick entertainment. My bad, cut you off. It's like, I guess YouTube is like very fast, quick entertainment. Like different from streaming services. You know, you might have to wait for a season to drop. YouTube, you just type right in, you edit, and it's so easy to access. I guess it's not really hard for it, just stuff to just catch attention quick if it's, you know, posted on YouTube all the time.
I mean, even like, I wouldn't say quick because like even YouTube now has their own TV shows.
Oh, you right.
So it's like, it's just a convenient way
Yeah.
to watch TV now. Because it's like, it's all these streaming services stuff kind of went towards the more like on-demand service. Like Comcast was the first to do it.
Yeah.
You remember Comcast on demand, and then the streaming websites was like, okay, like we just gonna take out the live TV, straight on demand, watch whatever you want, movies, TV shows, YouTube. You know they got podcasts like us. They got episodes, little mini series on YouTube.
If you ain't subscribed, what you doing?
It's just a lot now. That's more saturated with content.
Yeah.
They say that YouTube's the new textbook. I mean, you gotta learn something, go to straight.
Man,
YouTube.
what? Well, I done learned so much off YouTube.
My career is based off YouTube.
Okay.
So before we go into that though, I did want to say this point right here about the way his parents and how he was able to like even bring them on the show. First of all, that's some boss stuff. You bring your parents as guests on your show.
Yeah, these my parents, guys.
At 9 years old. Like,
At 9, bro, that's crazy.
I want to bring my parents nowhere at 9.
He was telling them to do shit.
he was
I was about to say shit, but this uncensored radio.
Oh yeah, but the second thing is also a testament to like how parents utilize technology in the development of their child.
Right.
Because like Chase said, that child, he's not getting the money directly. He's 9, bro. That money is going straight to his parents, like
trust fund to his parents.
right. So
he knows how much he's making though.
He's 9 years old. No,
You don't think
I
he
mean,
knows that he's making
he
money?
knows, but he doesn't. I'm pretty sure
He don't
doesn't have
really
a
know.
grasp of how much like that is. Like as a kid, like
Because
you
he would
know,
blow it
money-
on everything.
Yeah, money. You don't really realize what money is until like 15, 16 when you get your first job. Because then it's just my parents buy me everything. Like I know when I was younger, I used to think like credit cards would just magically have money on it. But I know y'all used to do the same thing. Like your parents swipe the card and they just get you what you want. But like I didn't grasp that like perception of what $1 is until like 16, 15 when I first got my job and shit like that. So
how do you think about like YouTube kind of in the sense like raising these people's children? You know, like they don't go outside anymore. These kids really just be watching the same person play the video game you playing, but he's playing it a little bit better.
Depends on
how they watch.
Depends on how you use it. Like you can sit on YouTube and learn plenty of things, great things, and you can sit on YouTube and just watch the dumbest stuff ever, bro. It really depends on just how you use it.
yeah, that rabbit hole boy something fear.
Oh yeah, no cap.
Everybody can fell down there.
Yeah.
YouTube.
No cap.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Then you end up on dark YouTube.
yeah, like that's a testament to the algorithm though. Like it depends on your interest. If your interests change, the algorithm is gonna change.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So if you're using it constructively, like the kids using it on streaming, they're streaming it to learn how to get better. So when they get 13, they get in these streaming competitions and these gaming competitions and start trying to get money.
Now, even to talk about gaming and competitions, you know, 2K got their own league now. And that's
They do got their own league.
Man, like, did you see what they did with the NBA players off the season? Like, they had their own little NBA season, 2K season. It was crazy.
Right, at quarantine, man, that
Under
happened.
the Hawks, they have like a 2K league, and then they all compete, and then they go. I think the highest was like 10 million or something. But you just gaming. These people probably can't really hoop for real, but they can hoop their fingers.
Right, they hooping the game, but that's what But
the next question, though, you know, we're always on social media, though. Like, how you feel like social media changed the world?
Most definitely.
You know, that affects people's mental health, honestly.
I mean,
silhouette challenge. Just throw that out there. Definitely changed
your
the
head
world.
on my shoulder.
That shit definitely changed my world.
Nigga. Shout
out to you, man. If you ever
no, that was
Busted challenge.
Bro. I followed Chloe so fast on my gram. No. As soon as I saw that video, I'm like, where Chloe?
Not gonna lie to you, I watched that thing a good 15 times unapologetically, bro.
That make you go down rabbit hole, bro.
We don't got enough time on the segment, you guys.
No,
Okay, let's talk about social media. How's it changed?
Wait, but back to the original thing though. Social media, what it did, it gave perspective to people's good life. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't gonna document their entire background, coming up type stuff like that. Right. Some people will, like I do. You know, I don't care. You can see it all. Some things I'm gonna leave off, but the majority is just another business platform. You gonna post your accomplishments. You gonna post the good life, the positive things, and then it's really just up to individuals to understand that that's not their whole life. Like, people are growing outside the platform. You know what I mean? So it's just how we preach it to little kids as they watching this stuff grow up, because it definitely changes.
I do feel like it kind of does give you a false reality sense when you're looking at it and you see all these all this fun stuff, all these rappers doing all this stuff, like, oh damn, I want to live like, or that's how they live on a regular, but it's like Dunlap just said, like that's not always the case.
I do got a question for y'all though.
What's up?
I'll ask a simple question. What do you think is the thing on Instagram? What do you think is the most important thing to somebody?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like showing love to them. What is the most important thing to them?
Well, like liking, commenting.
Like which one do you think it is? Commenting, liking, sharing?
I think
repost. Definitely repost.
Repost.
Really?
Repost is definitely showing.
That's one.
Dang, that's hard.
Likes is definitely one. I think that's like the main one, cause like if you
repost is what make you go viral.
I think he means like what like.
No, that's what I mean.
Okay.
I thought you meant more so like
what hypes you up? What hypes you up the most? Like, but repost. I think repost is like kind of like neck and neck.
I'm gonna give the how, because Instagram just recently changed the whole algorithm.
They do that shit like every month.
No cap. No cap.
People be figuring out the algorithm and shit. Go viral.
Likes is at the bottom of the list now.
Oh really?
Yeah, likes is at the bottom. Comments in the middle.
Third. Sharing is second. Saving is number one.
Really?
Saving is number one. So if you really want to go viral on Instagram, you got to make sure.
But that makes sense.
I never thought about that.
That makes so much sense.
People are like, why are they saving my picture? But honestly, they helping you out. They think
yeah, cause I just like, even if I save stuff, I never look at it again.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all look at when y'all save? Y'all look at it again?
I mean, sometimes when I'm
Bro, that nigga saved it, double tap, screen recorded it. Send it. You sent it to us like weeks later. I was like, bro, I've been on this, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm already there. You see me in the likes, you see me on the comments. You see me.
They already beat me to it.
But that was wait, that wasn't even the busted one. That was the
No, it was the busted. No, it was the one. It was the video where she was in the room. In the room. Boy, that shit was funny.
That's bad.
Shout out to the twins out there, man. Shout out to the twins.
What was the question?
Though, like, how do you feel about likes being that new form of love and validation? Like,
I think it's kind of like, it's just one of them like quick things. Like it's just convenient just to look on your phone. Oh, this so and so like my picture. Oh, so and so like my picture. Oh, I'm doing something.
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say this. For me, social media, I really don't care for it. Like, I'll just look at it as a business platform, you know, repost, whatever. But I'll say, like, personally, if saves are now the number one thing, now the focus is how can my content touch somebody enough for them to save my stuff.
That's real. So, but you said that you don't care enough for social media like that, but some people care about social media a lot. How do you feel about companies now having mandatory social media breaks, such as like, you know how it used to be like cigarette break?
It's needed.
Now it's social media breaks.
That's real?
It's needed.
Dang. What company? Are they hiring?
Yes.
What company that is?
I'm telling you, I get 20 minutes to get on Instagram.
Oh, what? It is.
Like, you might be trying to do something like, all right, let me check Instagram, but if I give this person a social media break for 20 minutes, like, take that time, you know?
Yeah.
It might end up being 30.
Because there's a
an hour.
there's a documentary
Where they
on
hiring at?
Netflix
Do that
about
job.
this.
I seen it. I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
know what I'm talking about? And
What's it called?
highlight
I
exactly.
forgot the name, but
Right. Dang. But it speaks about that exact thing, like how people have become addicted to social media. Like that rabbit hole, they'll get lost in that rabbit hole all day on a regular, like Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a problem because, like you said, they start thinking that's real life. Nah, bro.
Yeah. I be having to take breaks sometimes. I need to take another one soon.
I mean,
the social dilemma.
Yeah, the social
Ah,
dilemma.
yeah. My friend was telling me about that.
At the end of social dilemma, they told you a way how to stop letting to get on social media with the just stop having your notifications on so they will alert you, because social media always alerts you throughout the day, which causes you to
To think about it. Yeah.
They're doing it on purpose.
Right.
Like that. Like Facebook's #1 job is to keep you on their site, so you can see the ads, you can see what's going on.
People keep paying them.
Exactly.
No
so
kidding.
if you know that is their direct job is to keep you on their stuff, implement some breaks. Like I'm gonna turn my notifications off during this time period so I can focus on what I actually want to do in life. You know what I'm saying?
You think they should put that in school?
Of course, but they.
Should that be the new recess?
That's not. That's
not.
That would suck. I mean, it wouldn't suck, but I don't know. They probably doing that in recess now.
Going live in school in classes, they be live taking the test. I remember I was watching on Instagram. This dude went live and the teacher said, "You going live, but you got an F in my class."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the light skinned teacher. She took his phone. She's like, "He
Dang.
failing."
Oh.
All y'all to know.
See, that's another conversation though, because you got to think about the educational institution. It's comprised of individuals that came from a generation that's completely different from ours. So for the current education system to respect what technology does and brings into the classroom, it's going to have to be people from our generation that's going to see that and implement it. Because right now, with what we got going on, they don't see how we need, social media breaks. They don't see why, we might need to be able to get on our phones during the class period. Or they don't know, they're not able to connect with how they can use technology to help us learn what's being taught in the classroom.
Alright, cool. So, there's people with Androids, they take pictures and they post stuff on Instagram. It's not the best picture.
We losing all our Android followers, just like that. It's probably a good few. We just lost them.
So the question with that being said is, will Android phones go obsolete?
I'm gonna say
Android,
no.
it will never go
No,
obsolete.
I'm gonna say no.
It'll never go obsolete because there's people gotta understand that the whole Apple craze and everything is really only happening in Western culture. Like if you go to Eastern culture, Middle Eastern and stuff like that, like they're more popular in different countries. So like Samsung, Samsung is what? They're Japanese, right? I believe. No, they're Korean. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fact check that.
They're Korean. I think they're Korean.
Nigga, you
So,
put
like,
out the wall, nigga.
So like, if you go to
Oh my god.
oh my god.
Go ahead.
Nigga trying to get assisted by the wall. Like, what the what?
Just look back like.
Like, somebody get that. Somebody get that. You could at least ask the board. Like, you asked the wall. All right, go. Keep going.
Like when you go to different countries and things like that, like you'll see more Android users out there, but it's just kind of the stigmatism in
United
States and Western culture, like Canada. I don't know about Mexico. I ain't never been down there, but like Apple is the cool thing to have.
Yeah.
But like there's I'm not gonna lie, there's some really good Android phones out there with high.
It really
cameras.
is.
Like I just seen some cameras like some of my aunts and them have Androids, and I looked at that camera, I was like, God, that thing is.
But is it better than Apple?
Let me tell you the thing about Apple cameras though. So like the reason why Apple cameras look better on social media apps when you post them and stuff like that is because most of the apps are optimized for Apple cameras. So when you post those type of pictures from the Android, it'll look clear on your phone, but when you post it on Instagram, it'll look blurry and shit because like that's not optimized for that phone. Like since Apple has the most, in the United States, like the most users, then like Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that, they optimize their camera tools in order to make those pictures look better.
Right, and I'll support that right there. An example of that would be like the new, I don't know if y'all heard it, Clubhouse. So we build in our Clubhouse, but in order to have a Clubhouse, you have to have an Apple phone. Like they're not releasing. You have to have an Apple phone. It has to be upgraded to the latest update. So like iOS 13.
Get on Clubhouse?
No, it's a waiting period right now currently for 3 to 6 months for Android users to be able to even access Clubhouse.
It's a real nigga party you cannot get in.
Okay, so what the next question is, how do you feel like the impact iPhone, Amazon, and Netflix has had on the world?
They taking over.
Like,
They
taking over. Get ready. Well, get your guns, but
I wouldn't say, because every company eventually has their demise. So one day Apple is going, like the way that the world works in Western culture and capitalism, like we're built off competition. So there's going to be a product one day that's going to be better than the Apple iPhone. Like if Samsung would come out right now and make some shit that look like Star Wars and come out that table, fuck Apple. I'm getting that.
That would be kind of scary though. Like just imagine like you press the button, the person just come out.
Everything hologram, like
Hologram is coming. I'm telling you.
If they patent it and no one else can replicate it, and Samsung can only do that, I promise you. Look, I will not have no iPhone.
They ain't made that public though.
But they do like not on the phone, but they do hologram circuses. Like the first ever hologram circus.
But you gotta understand, like
they did that jump for Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
but
I think for
each of those holograms cost millions of dollars to produce. So like that's why like the hologram technology now is nowhere near. Like for you to put a hologram in a phone right now, it's possible, but that phone will cost so much money that it's no market to advertise that. Like only one person, 5 people in the world buy it. So it's just like when it comes to companies and things like that, you know your market cap is, your market target customer is basically better in that regular smartphone. That's why Apple, like, they do little changes every year because they make some big shit come out and it's like, damn, we could have, thugged it out for the past 10 more years to do little upgrades. They're gonna buy it anyway.
Right, and I'll say this right here. Shout out to Howard, by the way. So Apple is an example of a blue ocean company, and what that means is Apple is the director of their market. Like what they produce, they're playing on offense. So what they know, whatever they put out, my competition, they trying to beat me at this point. So like Chase said, this is a capitalist country. So there's definitely gonna be somebody that's gonna adopt that same blue ocean method and be like, okay, so now how can I become the leader of this technological world?
Yeah, because before Apple, what was it? IBM.
Yeah.
And Apple took over IBM, and then Microsoft came. And, like it's competitors that come out with as technology advances, different people come with better ideas, better better markets, and then better money. And it's just like Apple's gonna get shoved under the rug. And it's just like you still got an iPhone. Like
when do you think that? That's my question for you. When do y'all think that would happen?
Who knows?
It could happen tomorrow. It could, but I wanted to get y'all theories. I feel like Apple got a few more years.
2055.
Apple
prediction.
Apple got like another decade or two on top.
Yeah, like Apple been killing it for a minute.
It'll be 2055, bro.
2055.
You think so?
Time the white people's not the majority no more.
No, let's not get into that. We gotta stay on
Conspiracy theory.
We talking technology.
Bro, FBI texting me. They say they on the way. Hold on.
I gotta support my boy KG because that is an actual fact. McKinsey Company released a whole portfolio highlighting how the white demographic versus the African American demographic, there's a major wealth gap. And within any recession, even within, I think it was 2017, was that the last recession? 2009. Yeah, but even I'm just talking about the monetary recessions. Period. Even in the recessions, they map how white wealth increased and how African American wealth decreased. And you know what I'm saying? So the way that they even put out the article, it was like, hey, white people, so there's this gap, and we can choose, we straight regardless, but if we were to, find the good in our heart to help these African American people out, we'll raise our GDP 8%. Whereas you got the African American community, hey bro, we can get there all day long. We have the capital. We're the biggest dollar out here. However, the problem is for African American people, minorities in general, period. White families or demographics have that starting capital. Going back to what we said about the parent using the kid on YouTube and how they were, utilizing his money. They started his capital off good. We 9 times out of 10 starting out from zero, and we work our way up. But we also gotta support our family.
I wouldn't even say it's about gaining just capital in general. It's about gaining access to that capital. Because, like, what people don't know is, like, in order, when you're dealing with trillions and billions of dollars, especially in corporate America, like, most of that money comes from other corporations, bank loans, synergies between companies and things like that.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what, how it, I wouldn't say what's the word?
What you trying?
I forgot the word, but fuck it.
I mean,
fuck it.
We're gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up.
But, like, still, what was the dude's name? Who sued Comcast?
Oh.
Because that was a prime example of what happened. Because Comcast actually,
I know exactly who
he
you're
bought
talking
the Weather
about.
Channel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He bought the Weather Channel and he was trying to gain access into Comcast and buy stock company, but the white people wouldn't let him. He had the money, he had everything, he had the credentials, but it was just the fact that he was black that they didn't let him get in that market. So
You talking about Brian Allen?
Brian Allen.
Yeah.
He went to the Supreme Court. I think he did a case on Comcast. I don't know if it won or not. I forgot about it, but it was really big in the news. And it was basically they was denying him the capital into the television, the media world. And he was just like, it was only doing that because I'm black. So until like the United States gets to the point where like the capital becomes accessible to minorities, then we're not gonna get there.
Yeah.
Real shit.
You want to go more in depth? Go back to the bag episode. We talked a lot about that.
Yeah, we did.
Next question would be is we're gonna talk about Amazon more. How do you feel about Jeff Bezos stepping down as CEO?
That shit was crazy.
He did something.
Do you know something about
Something finna happen.
No, he didn't do nothing. He's just rich.
How do you feel?
Bro, he just got, Jeff Bezos is just probably like, he got to a point in his life where it's just like, I got so much money, like, what else can I do? Like, I'ma just live my life, like, that's what's the name step down? Bill Gates. And he's a philanthropist now.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna do the same thing. He's just gonna go around, doing what Jeff Bezos do, probably some yachts or something, going to charity events, being Jeff Bezos, trying to, make the world a better place. Secretly, he's probably in the Illuminati, but
So sad, man.
Talk about Amazon more. Like, Amazon has their own grocery store. And how do you feel about their shopping carts when you push them around, you put it into?
Is there one in Atlanta?
No.
You do what? You pushing around?
So I say this is the shopping cart, right? I'm about to grab. This is a fucking grape or some shit. I put it in the shopping cart. It automatically scans and has the price come out.
Yeah, I seen that. Like, no cashiers, no nothing. Like,
Yeah.
you just put it in there. And I gotta show you a video after this.
Facts.
It's crazy.
So how do y'all feel about that? First of all, that's taking away people's jobs. Now all you got to do is like have a stock person, honestly.
Yeah.
You just gotta have security. Just walk around, make sure people not stealing shit.
I'm gonna say 2 things about it. One is gonna challenge people in general because I know a lot of people say, "Dang, machines taking over, they getting rid of jobs and stuff like that." But we all know technology isn't going anywhere at this point. My thing is, it's gonna start challenging people to step outside of that traditional mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
no more factory. There's the whole typical mindset. Cause like my grandfather, coming from being a Ford line worker, I used to hear from him all the time, like, go to college, get a good job. It's just like, work for a company. When it's just like these companies nowadays, they don't even want workers. Like, they got technology to replace these jobs now. So you got to think outside the box. Either you got to do something creative, you got to go in the media, or you got to go get something in this technology world. One of the if you're not doing one of them 3 things right now, you behind the curve.
Well, I will say the one job that will never leave, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, boast. Law, management, and creatives, like you said.
So I'm saying.
Those are the 3 jobs that can't go anywhere.
Creative, technology, law is definitely one. You still need criminal justice laws. But then, what was the other one?
Management.
AI.
Yeah.
AI.
Well,
Finna get a robot manager.
I will say is the management title isn't going anywhere because even with all these creatives, for example, everybody is a creative, wants to be a creative, but you need somebody to mitigate that flow. There has to be somebody that is able to equalize that balance and bring out the best in everyone. You know what I'm saying? And you can leave it up to a computer if you want to, but the one thing a computer does not have is emotion and feeling, empathy, understanding.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But when it comes to business, that can actually be a good thing.
But even then, with that being said, like back to like
but that comes down to like an ethics problem.
Exactly.
Morals and ethics thing. But yeah.
But even back to AI, for people that don't know what AI is, you know, that's human intelligence processed by machines and computer systems. But like to go back to your thing, AI now has been having a coding. You know, you got to code to make robots and whatever. But now they're so smart to the point where they're coding themselves and out coding the creator to the point where now some machines are actually starting to have a form of emotion.
That's some robot shit.
So how do
I heard that like it was an AI out there somewhere. I think IBM made it, and it was like they shut it down because it was going so fast that it was coding its own language.
Right.
So it was just like no one could understand what it was doing. So just out of safety precautions, like hack some robots. Like, we are.
We done. We out.
Whoever out there who shut that bitch down, thank you.
All I'm gonna say is, at the end of the day, for our generation specifically, because honestly, a lot of this is not gonna fall on us because we're the starting of it all. Like point blank period. No matter how fast it starts to generate, we're the starting point. So we're not gonna experience that just yet. Right. What I will say though to that, and what we can do now, is just be the example of what the computers are learning from. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we can do. Because who the computers learning from? Who are they picking up the patterns from? Us. Like they're learning our patterns. They're learning who we're going to, who we're interested in.
But that was still the problem though. They were saying like they learned our patterns. Now they're so smart. They outsmarting
it.
And they're too smart for their own good. That's why they actually had to shut it down. With that being said, like that's
they don't pay me enough for that, man. That ain't my job. My job is to understand that I'm the example right now. That's it. When y'all want to pay me the big checks, hold on. Y'all want to pay me the big checks to answer these questions for you, DM me. I'm here. Until then, that ain't my problem.
So the next question is, has COVID-19 caused technology to develop faster than we all expected?
Bro, we got that vaccine too quick, bro. We got that vaccine so fast.
Niggas ain't doing nothing else.
No cap.
Crib anyway, like.
Might as well go to the lab. Like,
might as well make a computer or AI or some shit. What else?
Oh God, I'm bored.
I'm bored.
You
What
can't
else
do
you
it.
gonna do? Might as well work. Shit, that's what we've been doing. I just ain't building no crazy AIs or nothing like that. That's like what do we build? What do we build an assistant?
We built an assistant.
No, bro.
I mean,
what we got to pay?
No, I ain't pay that shit. I mean, like you was my son. Like, shut up. Like money. If you ask for money, just restart it.
But like, what?
I got you.
Reboot that bitch.
Reboot his ass.
So during this time, you know, people been building a lot, like you said. Man built a self-driving car that launched August 25th, 2020. It was only there for 4 minutes. How do you feel about like the transition of, you know, flying cars, self-driving cars, new cars?
I gotta say this real quick. I think it's me.
This shit said when black people get flying cars, that's just gonna be funny because it's gonna sound like it's about to fall out the sky, and it's gonna be like, nah, I'm good. I know my car. You know, I'm about to be like, I know my car. You know, you gonna be like, hey, bro, this been fun. We gonna get to Texas. We gonna get to Texas in 2 minutes. Hey, bro, this been fall out the sky. Be like, I know my car. That bitch gonna start shaking. Like, it's different when it's shaking on the road. That bitch.
You say 0, I still got 100 more miles. What is you talking about?
Bro, that bitch gonna slowly. It's just gonna go down and down. Ain't gonna have no wheels. Like,
I don't know. Like flying cars. Like the only reason why I wouldn't be kind of.
How high would they go?
It depends. Like flying cars, like in the air or hovering.
Well,
hovering is. I'm good with hovering.
Hovering would be nice because it would, it would actually reduce a lot of pollution because rubber from tires and stuff like it harms the environment a lot. Flying cars, that would be very difficult to do because everyone technically, you know how hard it would be to. You're not getting a driver's license, you had to go get a pilot's license.
I really want to have a flying car so I can be the only one with a normal car and I can just get through there.
But if we have flying cars, you don't think they'll just tear up the road?
Please don't.
Tear up the road?
That's gonna break down the whole infrastructure of cities.
No,
This is some jet.
That's how I suggest.
This is a matter of cars were just hovering right here.
Yeah. And then you gotta realize.
I guess it would be easy to hitch a ride.
How would you direct traffic? Because now instead of just talking, you going like you got up, down, left, right, like diagonal, like what? Like how is the stop sign here gonna stop the person from down?
That is a good point.
Like
have somebody do they got their own floating thing?
Do
they float?
It would have to be like lanes, like hover lanes and shit like that.
Wait.
What?
Then you gotta think about. Then there's like technical airspace, so like there's still gonna be jets around. What if you fly too high and hit a plane? And then you got thousands of cars in the air, and nigga, he might be drunk. Let's see how high this thing.
Wait, to that point right there, they working on self-driving cars too.
Tesla, yeah.
Yeah, so
Tesla and
flying cars.
Self-driving flying cars.
technically, that's autopilot.
You think they just be chilling back?
What if they put
Even
it?
learn how to drive at that point.
What if they put it to where you have the flying car or the self-driving car, and they're able to use the system to input the state laws and stuff
Like
into
the way,
the thing?
that's what I was gonna say.
But
They don't fuck around, put the seatbelt on for you.
go ahead. Hey, you talking about?
Just imagine somebody hacking that. Like you try to take your you try to take the seatbelt off. Like this bitch not budget.
Somebody else's crib.
Bro. You and that bitch is gonna keep going. Be like, hold on, turn, make a left. It ain't gonna make that left. It gonna keep going. It gonna keep going. You're like, oh shit. Oh.
But no, if they do,
Illuminati finna come for us. We said we drop it.
We drop it to me, Jill.
If they do decide to do flying cars, it would have to be to where they're automated. You couldn't give people control, regular people control. Either that or everyone would have to hire a pilot.
Thanks.
And we know we can't afford that, so you're gonna have to be
the car gonna be enough.
Cars.
Hey, I know.
It's like you gonna buy the car, then you gotta buy the pilot right after.
I know about it. Let's go.
That'd be crazy.
So what y'all take on
buy a pilot and a whole person just pull him out the rack. I like the black one. Give me him. Your name is Eddie. Bring him down.
So what y'all take on electric cars? Because in 2035, California said they're going to stop the selling of electric cars. Stop the selling of
gas
power cars.
Hey man, all I know is I called this when I was in middle school. I said I wanted an electric car as my first car. I was definitely clown, and they was like, "You gonna get solar powered junk?" I was like, "I don't care," but still, yes, I think that's a great step forward as far as humankind because these emissions.
Gas station's gonna be gone. Where am I gonna buy my wraps from?
Let me tell you something about electric cars that a lot of people don't know. So like, it's good. It's a step in the right path, but you do understand like a lot of the electricity for these cars still come from places that give out lots of pollution. Like it's like they burn coal. They still, nuclear towers is probably the best option, but it's just like you still got to deal with the radioactive waste after. So that's fucking up the plan. You built 30 of them in the whole city radioactive. What you gonna do then?
Imagine your charger break for the car.
I mean, shoot,
and then you gotta charge that.
We might need that nice little solar power.
Be like, I can't even charge my car right now. My charger.
If you do solar power, like that's half of a day of power. So like you can't.
Bro, imagine so much. I don't know where's that. Nigga, your phone.
That brings you up to a point. Someone look up the dude that it was, I don't know what it was. It's like
I can't pick you up. I broke my charger. I can't even pick my charger broke.
To start using water to start his car.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. He was the first person to develop the hydrogen powered.
Yeah, what's his name though?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, yo.
YouTube don't take this shit down. The real shit, they'll do some shit.
Bro, Illuminati's on the way, bro.
They really
They been on the way.
They know too
I think I see them right now. Shit.
They go to Black Hawk. Trump hanging out the window.
Why you look that up? You know, the next question, the final question is: are robots gonna take over? You know, we all seen iRobot, Cyborg,
Yikes.
Giant Terminator. Are they gonna take over, man?
They are. We were just talking about it. I mean, they get too intelligent.
Stanley Meyer?
But
Yes,
yeah,
Stanley Meyer.
if y'all don't know, he got assassinated for actually making a water-powered car, and he used a fucking lawnmower engine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crazy.
Because he was big in agriculture. He was a farmer, honestly.
Them roots, boy.
And the way he found out that he could use it, and then for some reason we're still using gas.
Because technically, the reason why we're still using, we're going to be using gasoline and anything with oil and petroleum in it until it runs out.
Right.
Because there's so much money in it. That's why when you hear people, solar energy and stuff like that, a lot of these big oil companies, they'll buy the company, shelf that shit until you're messing with our money. So them Saudi Arabian princes out there and shit, they're not rich just for being princes. They own all of the oil fields in their country. So until we run out, that's when you're going to see a new wave of energy. Hopefully, the world doesn't burn to a crisp by then. But,
This is off topic. It's still good with technology. Do you honestly think America got to the moon? Or was that, or was that recorded from the camera?
What?
Well, the first part, I don't know. I think they got to the moon. We know they got there. We know they got there now.
And then there's a question.
But did they get there then?
If Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, who recorded him being the first person on the moon?
I thought they set up a camera.
You're right. I thought it was on the little robot or the
They
robot.
had a tripod camera that they put on the plane.
You thought they sent somebody else a week before and they just set the camera up and then
Hey, but when you land,
be like, all right, he gonna come a week before. He gonna set the camera up.
goddamn Mark.
We gonna give you the credit though.
No, the theory is,
That's like
the theory is that they actually just, because
Just set it up,
we're
yeah.
going up, against Soviet Union, right, to be the first to go to the moon or whatever.
Yeah.
them are
And,
Cold War.
the thing is,
Facts.
if people know, NASA does experiments underwater. Most of their training is underwater.
True.
And they were saying that they set up a camera underwater. They just set it up as if Neil Armstrong was on the moon, and they recorded it just to beat Soviet Union.
Y'all don't pay me enough for this. Sheesh.
I mean, those are the facts.
I mean,
But
hey, that's
but back to the normal question.
The AI?
To robots. Are we going to end up like the movie WALL-E?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Man.
Yes. I'm saying yes. Not in our lifetime.
I don't.
But
Our
yes.
generation is healthier than the people in WALL-E.
I don't think
Yes.
we might
I
end
will
up.
say that.
The thing about the WALL-E movie, I mean, it's accurate because
There's no black people in WALL-E.
the Earth has a limited time of
There's a reason for that.
here in the solar
There's
system
one black
anyway.
guy.
Because as the sun grows bigger, because we technically have a
Wait
young
a
star.
minute. That might be facts.
There was only one
What?
black guy. My theory was when I was a
What?
kid, there was only one black guy in the movie WALL-E, and I said I feel like they killed all the minorities, and then they left us down here because you remember there's nothing on Earth but green. It's all fat white people in there.
Wait, no, because Disney gonna find us.
But they gonna, Disney Plus gonna check us off, but.
It ain't sweet.
Oh, wait.
But
I love y'all too much. Let Disney
I'm
go
going back
assassinate
because
us.
I watch WALL-E. I mess with Disney and Pixar movies heavy. I'm looking back. You might be.
It was one black guy.
I do not remember one.
And my theory is that all the minorities died. White people was just fat enough to be smart enough to go up there. Well, not smart enough, but they just killed us off.
Yeah.
And then they were up here like, well, we
Exactly.
gotta survive. And they went up there, and it was just white, fat people in the sky.
Bro.
And then, so what happened to us?
All I'm saying
that's
is
down there to die.
What happened to us?
that was still imagination. Reality ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna tell you that. Y'all gonna have to kill me straight
We
up.
ain't going out without a fight. We ain't going down without a fight,
We
but.
ain't going down like
To
that.
the movement, bro. I'll bring it back.
And then
Hey.
back to what we were saying earlier about robots having emotion. WALL-E was a robot that ended up having emotion.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So with that being said, who's gonna save the world? It's clearly not us now. Because Disney be knowing stuff. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not gonna lie. It's gonna be a black woman.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a black
I can
woman.
agree with that. I can agree with that. I can agree with
I don't know who
that.
it is, but it's gonna be a black woman.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Now, I know the white one.
And she gonna be vegan.
I'm not gonna say it. She gonna be vegan. She gonna be vegan. She gonna wear crystals. She's gonna be very spiritual. And her name's definitely gonna start with an S.
Oh, but why was I thinking the same thing? So tell me why. I was like, her name's gonna be Stephanie, bro.
We love to see.
What?
I thought you were gonna say S or E.
It's
gonna have an E in it, though.
Last name Johnson.
It's something about them S's, man. Something about them S's.
With that being said, let's get to the
Well, the last question before we get to the bucket challenge, you know what it is, but
Word.
What's name something off your technology bucket?
bucket
What's
list.
something you want to do off your technology bucket list?
Hologram phones. They're coming soon.
Chase?
I want like to be a device that I put on my head and it literally just projects whatever music I'm thinking of.
That's
I
fun.
would make so many hits. Just come out just like boom. Like you don't gotta do no work. No, the melody, the song, everything just pictured in it, just pictured right there.
That would be
Just
fire.
press the button, just throw it on.
Damn, I wish I
Mix,
thought about
master,
this.
all that shit.
That would be funny. Nigga would that nigga be making the songs in the bedroom. We was talking about that.
I was like, bro, everybody would be making songs, bro. Like nigga, literally everyone would have it on me walking down the street. Just like, hey, bro, this is my new shit. What is this? I just put it out 10 seconds ago. Like, go get that shit. It's like, damn, bro.
This not the biggest on my list, but I do want some like teleportation type shit. That shit would be hard just to be able to travel across the world.
That would be dope, bro.
Like,
you wouldn't have to like, bro. Just imagine like being able to go to Tokyo in 5 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it would be like the airport. Instead of going on a plane, you go to the you just sit down.
They be like, you got like 10 trips a year. I feel like that's like some stupid shit like that. And if you go over the limit, that's a million. You know what I'm saying? You got 10 trips a year.
Regulation
I feel like that has
here.
some negative effects on your body or something. Like
Yeah,
every time you go, you'll lose a toe or pinky or some shit.
I mean, like,
Where's my dick? I had it back in the letter.
You lose 1 centimeter you lose 1 centimeter every time you hit that. Hey, I'm catching that.
I had it on the honeymoon. I had it on the honeymoon.
I had it on the honeymoon. I came back, it wasn't there. I called the TSA, they said it wasn't back there.
Check under the plane.
TSA agent said he didn't see it, so I'm calling you, Delta. Where the fuck my dick at?
Alright, I think mine would be if I had technology.
nigga, that was funny.
I wish it was like an invention where like everything can shrink, you know?
Like on some Ant-Man shit.
On some Ant-Man shit, yeah, like I can just have it all in
Why
my
would you
car.
want to be small? I would want to be big.
No, I'm talking about shrink like normal shit so I can have shit in my car.
I mean, like, you could take your car across the world instantly.
no,
Like, bro, we can take the whole studio. We can take the whole studio. Be like, pack it up. Bro, they did that at Remember he shrunk the building? That shit was fun. He shrunk the whole building to that bit.
Suitcases packed it up.
Just packed it up, put it in the car.
You have to pay for parking here, bro.
I never really thought about that.
Ooh.
No.
Thanks.
Oh, you would never pay for you would never pay for parking again. You would never pay for parking again. Oh, that's crazy.
That'd be kind of fucked up because like, what if you sit on it? Like, your car is gone.
Insurance. Shrinking insurance. State Farm.
That shit would be so expensive because niggas would be sitting on it, bro. Like that insurance.
Nah, I'll keep that bit in the briefcase.
You can steal niggas' cars now. You can steal
Bro,
niggas'
that would be
Lambs.
horrible.
Take
Like
that
you
bitch,
see a
switch it
Lamborghini
with
just
yours.
come on, see? Put that bitch up.
Imagine.
That would be fucked up.
Alright, in the last 10 to 15 minutes of the show, you know what this is like the challenge.
Yes,
If
sirski.
you haven't watched this part of the show, then why the heck are you not subscribed and hit the bell online? At this point, you know what it is. We go in, answer some questions that we haven't gone over in the dare. I'm not gonna be the first one today. We're gonna go with
Go ahead, give it to me.
Chase. Wait, hold on, bro.
Nah, I already got one. What's this one?
You got all three.
Well, you know, we never made that rule. We made a rule. We didn't make a rule. We said if somebody pick up all too many of them, they gotta do all the dares. Remember?
Damn, we did.
You know what's funny? You already know which one I got.
I agree with that. That's really the card for. You gotta make a smaller butt.
Wait, actually, no, I don't.
Wait, so you not getting one?
She took all
I got all three.
Oh, well, I guess
It's
I'll
on
go
me?
first.
Go ahead, bestie.
If you can make in one body part,
I knew you was gonna get that.
Bro, read it out loud. Read it out loud.
I called it.
if you could make one body part robotic, what would it be? Oh, that thing ain't gonna swivel. I have a remote. I can't breathe. Small penis, large, extra large. Like it's gonna have like a heated seat. Warm it up.
Cool it off.
Cool it off.
Go from icy cold to coffee hot. Oh my god. But I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't got it.
You can ask us all the.
Right, up, down, north, south, east, west.
These questions to y'all niggas, bruh. I'm gonna save the last one for me. I ain't even look at that bitch. All right. Would you have sex with artificial intelligence?
I feel like that would fuck up your brain.
Would you have sex? There was a movie like that.
That should be. Like,
I know they did it in Rick and Morty.
It would be so good that it'll scramble your brain. Like you couldn't, like he'll walk out like not know his name. It's like, huh? Like, well, where do I live?
She ended up killing the people because she started being too much in love, and she started killing random niggas. Like,
she's like, I want Tim. Where the fuck is Tim at?
And he was like, he wasn't even good at he wasn't like in love with him. He was just like making robots just to fuck him. Like, I don't know what movie this
weird.
was, but
What are y'all watching?
That sounds like some Netflix shit.
What the hell y'all watching this shit at? I'm gonna answer the question though. Hell no. Nothing.
I think that shit like fuck up my brain.
Bro, she fucking sliced that nigga's head off and just walked out. And then she went into the fucking. She went in the distance in the fucking meadow. She went in the meadow in a fucking helicopter.
Wait a minute.
And got her and she left.
Wait a minute. What the fuck are y'all watching?
Somebody, we need to find the name of this.
That sounds like an anime.
Oh god.
That movie was good, bro.
No, what is going on?
All that being said, would I have sex with artificial intelligence? You mean?
Would you, bro?
I'm going with no.
All right, I'm gonna say
How
this.
does it feel?
I think it'll fuck you up, bro.
That's the question.
I feel like they'll, but I don't know. I feel like you can set it. Like, all right, I want a white girl, this size, that, like this angle, like. I feel like you can literally set that bitch. Like, let me get black girl, hood rat. Let me get it just like.
I want her to talk just like Cardi B.
Nigga. Yeah, I feel like if niggas will get too used to that. Niggas, you wouldn't even want to have regular sex no more.
I think one time.
Bro, okay, all I'm gonna say is, bro, nothing can replace that natural pussy, bro. Point blank period.
I think one time for the robot.
Point blank period. All right, would you go to Mars for $50 million?
Nah, I think I'm staying at the crib. I think I'm staying at the crib.
I think it's too long of a trip, bro.
If people go before me and they made it back, then maybe.
I'm going.
Bro, like you wouldn't want to be the first.
Me and Elon out there clanking
I was like maybe the
You
second,
would be-
maybe like the 10th,
Bro, you would be
the 100th.
You would be in human history. Like you're not black history, humanity. Like you would be first person to go to Mars.
But what happens if you're the first and last person?
Fuck it.
Well, I go to Mars and then a fucking alien says,
Hey, bro,
That shit would be funny.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
the captain just.
And then the experience is in right there. Like,
If you were to go, you would have to have a team. So it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
You
It's not one
can't
person.
truly go into space solo.
Yeah, it's not future wrong.
50 million?
bro, they had a little amusement. They had a casino on Mars. No, they had a casino on Mars. That's was it?
I would go.
Maybe 100.
I would go.
Maybe 100.
All right.
Last question for you.
All right, this is for me. So, if you had the power to make any fictional invention real, what would it be?
Oh, that was a very complicated.
Whoa.
That was deep.
Whoa.
I don't know.
That.
There's some crazy ones out there though.
Yikes.
Fictional movie?
I guess movie show. Yeah, it don't really matter.
I ain't gonna cap. I already know what mine's gonna be some Rick and Morty shit.
I'm not gonna lie.
To make it real?
To make it real, I would just need the
I know
access
what I make.
to make a
I
whole.
make real. Hot tub time machine. I make that bit real. I make that bit real. I make that bit real.
That's pretty good.
I make that bit.
Nah,
I'm making that bit real.
Nah, all I'm gonna say.
Go in the hot
my
tub. What decade
answer,
you trying to
bro,
go to real quick?
What I'm gonna say is, I just need the access to make anything I want. Like, I don't know what it'll be just yet, but just make sure that I got complete resources to make any fucking thing. Like, even if it's that
printer, I got it. Infinity printer. You can make anything with it, poop it out. You think of it and take it.
It's a fictional invention, so that works.
Infinity printer.
Yeah.
It prints out anything. Like you can print a baby.
I feel like hot tub time shit would be lit. I'm not gonna cap. I feel like that would be fun.
Hot tub time.
I
remember what SpongeBob did that little drawing though?
Bro, that doodle shit?
Doodle Bob?
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I would do, bro? You remember that planet, the toilet planet from Rick and Morty? Where it's like the whole planet was like a toilet, but it was like scenic and like it looked over the whole thing. You know that episode?
I don't remember that. Nah.
For all y'all out there, bro, like Rick and Morty made a play. They made a play. Well, it was literally just a toilet.
Oh no, speaking of Rick and Morty, I want that portal gun. I'm gonna need that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna need that.
Dang, I could. Cause the portal gun can take me to the toilet. I want the portal gun. I want the Rick and Morty portal gun.
And with that being said, we're gonna portal our asses out of here. I'm KG Money Green.
Rockstar OZ.
Don't know what's up.
Jason, man.
And we're out of here.
Peace.